Welcome back to Let's Play Halo 3. I'm BurningDogFace, and I put this down by accident, so I don't feel very smart about that. We're here on the Ark, at least according to the loading screen. How do you like it? Turns out superheated blades suck. I'm sorry, they're not superheated, that's right, they're just on fire. I was under a misapprehension this entire time.
I'm giving the brutes all I've got. But this is a heavyweight fight. Dawn's only got the tonnage to last a few rounds. Find me a place to set her down. Over.
Dawn, in this instance, is the ship that Miranda Keyes commands, the UNSC Forward Unto Dawn. They do have such great dramatic names. Well, I should rephrase that. The UNSC has a tendency to give their ships names that are either really dramatic or really stupid. Like there is a ship out there somewhere called the UNSC Who's Your Daddy, and its sister ship, the UNSC Say My Name. But then you get arty stuff like, the UNSC Pillar of Autumn, God rest her soul. The Forward Unto Dawn. Oh, that's not a terminal. Ah, my brain! Oh, God, great. I needed that memory downloaded into my head like I needed, well, a second head. Oh, yeah, that would do it. This is a terminal. And, as I said in the intro, they do function differently than the ones we remember. You're not pointing an explosive weapon at it. God. Trust me on this. It's going to lock up by itself after a bit. Alright. Yeah, there it goes. I did not make that happen. And I was scrolling backwards, for the record, to get back to the front. So yeah, you get into it, and it shows you text, and after a bit, it kicks you back out. Oh, why is this happening?
Commander's counting on us to secure her LZ.
Oh God, what is this? Huh. I wasn't expecting the second set of, words. I was gonna pause it and, just go to... Oh. Can I back out? Okay, that was confusing. I'm gonna go look at some screenshots now. Okay, here's the first screen. Observed extensive ground action on LP 65638E. 9,045 survivors barricaded within central government building. Structures defenses inadequate to withstand extended siege by enemy ground forces. Estimated numbers 1,572,034,315 plus. Estimate position overrun in 173 hours. 846 smaller groups and less defensible structures. Global distribution corresponding to probability model Zeta. Estimated local position overrun in 9 hours. Average. Observed local naval forces engage enemy irregular naval group near DM3-1123. Enemy group consisted of 149 commercial shipping vessels, passenger ferries, and private recreational vessels from neighboring system. Enemy losses were total. No damage was sustained by local naval vessels. However, it was immediately apparent that the enemy group sought only to enter DM-31123B's atmosphere and make landfall. In this, they were partially successful. Observed extensive ground action on DM-31123B. Enemy forces lacked basic unit cohesion but quickly gained numerical superiority. 32 hours after enemy landfall, 83% of local naval forces advocated total destruction of the biosphere following the evacuation of unmolested population centers. Enemy losses were total. Estimated number of civilians evacuated before commencement of orbital blanket bombardment, 1,318,797 civilians, 42,669 military, which is 0.0006% of total population. These are Forerunner battle reports from back in the Flood War, I suddenly realize. I think the things in brackets are things that the computer is automatically translating into idioms that the user would understand, and the fact that it can even do that is, well, fucking terrifying, to use exactly the right phrase. Okay, it kind of seems like it only rushes you through the first message and then lets you do whatever with the second one, so let me see if I can just do that again. I thought it just kicked you off the terminal at the end. Okay, yeah, and then it goes back to the second message. That's interesting. Fragment 1 out of 7, recorded verbatim and interpreted post-cataclysm. L. Categorization has sped since the improvements were announced, but there are many hurdles. The indexing of sentient species may have irreversible effects on the surviving insentient species. We will have extinction events and irreparable environmental harm on at least 18 worlds. Current projections estimate post-archival cataclysm on as many as 31 worlds. The paucity of sentience has been a blessing in this regard. I don't even know what paucity means. Paucity. The presence of something only in small or insufficient quantities. Scarcity. Huh. A paucity of information. So I guess what they're saying is that the worlds that had sentient life on them are going to suffer without the sentient life on them after they fire the rings? D. How formal you are, librarian. We've received shipments of indexed beings more frequently than communications. Don't compound scarcity with brevity. I know things beyond the Maginot Line are harried, but I worry about you. I've asked you time and time again, abandon your cataloging, come back inside, or my fleets can keep you safe. Come home. The Maginot Line was like a great big defensive line they built around, what was it, France? I think it was France. It was in one of the world wars. The point is that the enemy just went around it, essentially. It came in from behind, therefore making the enormous defensive line worthless. So that's a very interestingly specific reference for this, brackets thing to make. L. Would that it were my choice. I have committed to this course because it's the right thing to do. We no longer have the manpower or material to excise remedial measures at a planetary level. I certainly can't justify using the transit measure to save my own skin when there are still so many innocents to protect and index. You know I oppose your mission, but you're exceeding its parameters anyway. You've put yourself in jeopardy. You've done enough. If you will not come to me, I will find my way to you. L. We have no time to spare, Didact. Every vessel we can fill, we send to the Ark. I dare not cease the mission. Not now. Not until I've done all I can. Each one of these souls is finite and precious, and I'm close to saving them all. Fragment ends. Well, that's very interesting. Sorry about that. I was just checking something.
Thrusters are gone! Get control it!
I'm sure they're fine.
Flak got our Pelican too, sir. But before we went down, we spotted a good LZ. If we can get to our vehicles, we'll lead you to it.
Okay. something in my eye. I think the gun on that broken Warthog still works, like it's a set piece or something.
Let us send this demon back.
Really want to climb up the wall right in front of me? Well, that's creepy. Whatever that was. It would be a weird place to put a terminal, I know. Oh, there's a mongoose over there. Are those the vehicles you were talking about? Oh! That's a new brute gun, vehicle. And we're running. I believe that is the brute Prowler. If you remember the Spectre from Halo 2, that vehicle that only shows up in that game, I believe this is essentially a reworking of it with a brute aesthetic. That was a dumb idea, though, because you can't control the gun from the driver's seat, I realized at the last moment. Back to the Warthog. Like, that is a fun-ass vehicle with people on it, but by myself, I don't think I'll be able to do anything. Hell yeah.
I will smash your bones.
Oh, shit. Now this one is a hover view. Oh, he's actually clinging to the side, that's why I can't run him over. He's not counting as a pedestrian. Honk honk!
I got gunner seat.
No horn.
I need something to shoot.
Gentlemen,
Maybe do another one, I guess.
2 more seats on the sliders. Come on.
I almost felt bad for him.
Okay. I don't actually remember what this gun does, so it's gonna be fun. Ah! Regular old plasma. Keep going.
Everybody on board.
Look at you, you big dumb daddy.
Shotgun.
Shotgun.
Well, let me shoot. I'm in a real bad mood. Let me
Oh, I still can't strafe. The brutes have against moving laterally. Oh, he really wanted to be on the left, huh? Oh, I like the glowy mouth bit at the front, yeah. You know, I find it kind of weird that they... She's the commanding officer, so I find it kind of weird that the subtitles just refer to her as Miranda. Especially given, you know... Well, the guy they credited as Keys has been dead for 2 games.
It's all.
I'm clear. Anyone else got anything?
How do you like having someone up your T-bone? That did not come out right. Who cares? That guy's dead. These Marines will probably remember it as being something much cleverer. That was good. Ow. It's like I'm driving a jet engine. Of course, I've got a brute shot on my back. I wonder if the brutes are intentionally giving ghosts to to grunts because they used to be associated specifically with the elites. Make sure you can have this wiener gun for losers. No boost, sadly. What kind of warthog is that? I'm stuck. It's just a machine gun anyway. I believe the Goshawk does come back.
Look out for the turret!
Anything more this time? Some weird shit. I'm sure all they have to do is aim for the ones without stink lines coming off. I mean, it's an alien culture, you know? Maybe they actually embrace that. It's like, yes, the stronger your stench, the stronger your warrior spirit. You know, maybe they like the way they smell. You know, it's like how in the Middle Ages, being fat was seen as intensely desirable because it was an indicator that you were rich enough to afford as much food as you wanted. You know, customs and cultures and such change and are different, so hey. I don't know why that blew up, but I don't mind.
Careful, sir! Brutes must have tripped a defensive system.
Oh, sentinels.
That's nice.
Thank you. Finish off the grunts. I really wasn't sure if they could tell that one wasn't dead. Hi guys, how's it going? Interesting. They are ignoring me. Oh! They must sense I'm a reclaimer.
Damn. Someone's got a wing shot off. But we spotted a structure on the other side of this room. It matches Cortana's description of the map room on the first Halo ring.
A cartographer. Good. Should help us fix Troop's location. Secure the LZ, then we'll push through that wall.
Roger that. Follow my Pelican, Chief. LZ's this way.
Oh. Oh, that's Sarge right there on the gun. Whoa! I'm a comin', Sarge. Yeah, I did, you know, reactivate my timer after all those jump cuts, right? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I guess the other ones only became hostile after the commanding monitor, you know, 343 Guilty Spark, decided I was hostile. So these guys are going with their, you know, basic programming, which is reclaimer detected, do not harm. No! What the fuck? This is admittedly much easier with another player. Right? Yeah, vehicles over this way. Oh! Man. Hello. Oh. Pick a target and focus fire, my dude. Rest in peace. She cannot seem to catch a break. Alright. Oh, I thought you were dead. No! I didn't mean... Oh, fuck.
Ha! We just secured ourselves a start.
Now I feel bad. I didn't mean for those guys to get killed. Just wanted to jump off for a second. I didn't think about the grenades. Is that... No, I think that's broken. Yeah, it's missing a tire. That definitely means it's broken. Oh, geez, there was a man there. I'm gonna make you pay for those guys' deaths. Eat shit. Why won't you die? I just wanted the guy to die, not the entire tank. I wanted to try and steal that one. Ooh, that guy did not enjoy that. That wasn't smart. Reminded, I swear once in Halo 1 I saw an elite hit the floor and duck under me when I tried to run him over with a ghost. Fuck that tower in particular. You saved that checkpoint. Oh, God. Shame the broken tanks are so much like the fixed ones, huh? Those ones don't. Get out of there, man! This thing is padded. Oh crap, I forgot to get this boost. Ah, that would have been great. Damn it. No. Oh, that's not stupid at all. Oh, Christ. I guess that works. But... Are you dead? Looks dead. And I just let you have it from a distance. Not this time, big, dumb, and golden. Welcome to hell. Population U. Bomb. Shit. Oh, there's a gunner on the AA tank. Duh! I am spectacularly oblivious sometimes.
Slow fire on the demon! Get back on the vehicle!
Speaking of, holes being punched. They really hate it when you hit that fan.
Commander,
Whatever the rotating
bring her
thing
down.
Roger that. Beginning my descent.
Look, up high, here she comes.
Is the Dawn rated for atmosphere?
Yes, we're gonna find out. Take cover.
Whoa! I think it's a bit smaller than the Pillar of Autumn, but you know, her dad would still be really proud. Miranda Keys, I mean. Not the ship. That would be weird.
Thanks, Chief. Wouldn't have lasted much longer over there. Come to the back of the frigate. Did the elites get a fix on the cartographer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's not going to be a problem for 3 tanks, my good man.
Can't fly over the wall. We'll go right through it. Chief, take one of the tanks. Lead the way. If you find any locked doors, Spark will be happy to pry them open.
I will certainly try my best. Am I in this vicinity?
All right, then.
Oh, thank
You heard
you.
the lady.
Shall I help you choose a vehicle, Ricardo?
Nah, this
This
one
one
will do
seems
fine.
in very good condition. Primitive, notwithstanding.
Thanks, Spark.
Mount up.
I think.
Let's roll. Woohoo! Yeah!
But the timer did go. So I'm going to have to call it again. I'm BurningDogFace, and this Scorpion tank and I will see you on the next episode of Let's Play Halo 3, when we really start kicking ass. Later.